Warning, this video contains a lot of swearing, like way more than I had planned for. So if you're easily offended by that kind of stuff, don't watch. How's it going, all my gummy friends? It is Gummy Bear here again. Holy shit, we are back with another old school video in the nice studio and shit. I know it's been a while. Now, today I was cleaning out my room, and while I was cleaning it up, I was cleaning out my, my closet and everything, just getting rid of old stuff, just kind of because my room was getting pretty cluttered. Now, what I discovered was this box, and in this box were a ton, and I mean it was stacked to the top, to the lid. The lid was virtually popping off. It was absolutely stacked with like hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of old pictures I made and old drawings and old random shit. So I was kind of looking through them, and I haven't looked at all of them, and the first thing that I thought was, great, perfect video material. So what we're going to do is we are going to actually be looking at old pictures and old drawings from when I was really young. And I mean, this was probably when I was like 6 years old, really like young shit. So let's get to it. All right, so we are here at a desk. So that's a lot of fun. You can see I've got a nice little setup with the lights. It looks like I'm about to do a origami tutorial or some kind of nail tutorial, but I'm just going to be showing random pictures from my childhood, so that's even worse. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so what cringy piece of regret are we going to start with first? Oh, we got a, okay, so Family, Love and Evil. It's about a Chinese, oh, hold on, isn't this like, oh fuck, this was, if you're wondering, we had to do an exercise in which we had to, on the spot, write like, I believe 150 words and invent a story to see, and this was to train your like creative writing and just like your imagination, and basically not like, so you can come up with cool stories on the spot basically. It's actually, okay. So let's have a read. It's about a Chinese boy that finds a lantern which has a candle in it, and each time you light the candle, a person resurrects. First, it's his grandmother that died a year ago. The second time, his girlfriend who had died in a car crash. But the third time, an old family member resurrects, which was one of the biggest criminals of all times. And then, I don't know if you see at the bottom, it just kind of says to the player. Anyway, I don't know why he's Chinese. See, or there it says Chinese. I don't know why, but hey, it's actually not half bad of a story idea, so good shit. Regrettable item numero 2. It's like opening up something that I'll probably regret. Oh, it's a giant comic. Alright, so let me put this in the shop for you guys. So this is a comic called Splashy and Bouncy. This is fucking shit. It says splashy and bouncy in really shitty 5-year-old language. So it opens up with a dolphin saying, so it says la la la, then it goes to bang, then we have an upside down dolphin with a spherical sperm cat, that's great. Then it cuts to hi, and sperm cat says hi there. Then it says I'm bouncy, and then it makes a meta joke because it can see the text saying I'm bouncy. And that's really for fuck's sake. Then sperm cat says, what's your name? Then oh, hold on. I think I was trying to draw like a pointed nose, and this is his fin on his back. Oh boy. Then it says, sperm cat says, great name. And then it says, what's this X on the floor? And it's a nice funny joke on like a vertical shot from above. And then it says, I can't remember, with Bouncy's collision point. Alright, and the end. Okay, no, great. Now that we know we're in for a really rough ride, let's go for item number 3. Alright, let's have a little grab around. Oh, more drawings. Great. Oh shit, hold on, this is a special drawing actually. This one's actually kind of special. I remember this one because this was one of the first, like, this is one of the first examples of gummy bears, because that's, of course, you know, channel gummy bears. But this is actually a nice example of one of the first ever proofs of comics, because I drew them as comics when I was younger. Now, this is a nice example of how they look now. I used to draw them even worse. First, they looked like dog bones, but this is a nice example of how they used to look, or how they look now. This is like one of the first. Okay, so let's have a look at whatever this fucking thing is. All right, so it says, I'm going to jump over the wall. And then he's wearing a side hat, jumping on a trampoline. He wants to jump over, I think, into the pool. And there's his friend just kind of existing. It's nice. So then he jumps. Whoa, he loses his hat. That's funny. So he jumps and then he's like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Then it cuts to a splash and his friend thinking, whoa, let me go and check on him because he might be hurt. And then it cuts to the end, but it's a giant picture of him saying, I'm wet, and his friend just kind of being like, my pool. I'm confused because he knew he was going to jump over the wall, but oh, I think it was because he didn't know that there would be a pool on the other side, I think. So he just jumped, but okay. Oh, that's real funny. Yeah, really fun. Great, now that we know that there are comics in here, let's keep looking. Oh shit, that's a lot of small papers. Oh fuck, these are all little comics. Hey, this is a nice example. This is an example of what I meant, of what they used to look like. Here's the perfect example. Let me get the camera real close so you can just experience the old fucking school. This is what they used to, these are the old ones. I remember, I should have written dates down, but you can tell this is literally like at least 9 years old. I'm not kidding. This little comic. Let me get the camera real close. Yeah, there we go. So here you have a nice example of what they used to look like. They look like dog bones. I drew nipples on them. I don't know why, so don't ask. Moving on to another little comic, we move on to this one. Without further ado, we know that they look like dog bones. So, hello, I'm a crazy gummy bear. All right, spelt with one M. I don't know if that is because I ran out of space to write, or if that's just, I think that was just me because I was like 7 years old. Oh, a glass of water. What? Oh, okay, I get it. So it's making a joke on the fact that, you know, when you put a gummy bear in water and leave it overnight, that's a joke. So it's making a joke on the fact that the gummy bear swells up and then he dies because of space restriction. Right.